Next day. So the next day I got up, same thing. Somehow, I made a friend. Somebody left me their number somewhere along the way. So I hit her up, and then she was like, I want to take you to this museum. So there's this like really, I don't want to say forward thinking, but it's like this contemporary museum that they had. Like there was white and stuff everywhere. So it was like all whited out, like it was pristine. And she took me there. When we walked in the front, there's this, again, some of these monuments in Moscow, and that's the thing, because in St. Petersburg, yeah, they're a little uppity, but I see why now, because they have better taste in choosing like the type of stuff they're gonna put out for the public. Like this stuff is huge, huge monuments that everyone can see. And there's this one monument they have in front of the museum, and on my mama, it looked like a big pile of right in the middle of right in the front of the museum. I was like, why they put this big ass stack of manure in front of this museum?
It looks like some poop. Okay, but it's a sculpture of what?
Sculpture
Of feces? Kakashka? Nah, that's what it looks like. Yeah. I've heard that word from my kids, yes.
This is modern art.
Art. Okay, exactly, yes, that's what we're gonna call it when it's ugly. It's art.
It was insane. It was huge. I think it was silver or whatever. They painted it so they couldn't see it. I'm like, they need to paint that thing brown and call it what it is. It looked like a big ass pile of shit. But anyway, they had that in the front. We do the museum thing. The museum was awesome. Then there's like this botanical garden area that she took me to. That was like really, really, really cool. Again, with the weather and the people, it was so much fun. And then again, later she ended up taking me out to lunch. We ended up going out to eat. But so we went out there, we ate, we had a really, really good time. Got to know each other. Again, the biggest takeaway was like the people. Like everyone was extremely, extremely, extremely kind. So I hung out with her for the majority of the day, and then that was really it. We split. She had to go do some stuff with her friends, and then I went out and did some more exploring. Later that evening, I hung out. Somehow, got another phone number, and again went home and read my Bible and went to sleep. Next day, my friend that I met the previous evening invited me to go out. So she was also telling me there's some, again, it's crazy. Every single person that I met was very much on tourist mode. Colombians are kind of like that too. I met some really cool Colombians in Medellin. If you want to hear some videos about that, please let me know. I lived there for like 8 months, so I got a bunch of footage there as well. But if you meet the right person, they're very, very open to show you around. But that's how I was out there, because more than any other place, Russia's one of those spots. I'm in Brazil right now. When I go out, it's very obvious. People can see I could be one of them. Like this is one of the first places I've ever been where people come up to me and they speak their native tongue. They speak Portuguese to me when I walk around here, because I could be Brazilian. When I'm in China, don't nobody walk up to me speaking Chinese. They know I'm not Chinese. When I was in Russia, no one walked up to me speaking Russian. They knew I wasn't Russian. Same thing in Kazakhstan, same thing in the Philippines, same thing in Thailand, same thing in Uzbekistan. Like there's certain spots, even in Mexico, they know. The only place I feel like I was one of them was when I've been here in Brazil, because everyone's so mixed. They're mixed with everything. So in Russia, it's one of those things where people ask all the time, like, oh, how they treat black people? They know you black. They know you're not Russian. And out of all the places I've been, I don't want to get on a tangent because I can do an entire video about this, but there is a difference between white people. American white people are different than Russian white people, just like Eastern European white people are different from Russians, just like Western Europeans are different than Eastern Europeans, just like people from the UK are different from Scottish people, people from Wales are different. Like there's whole lots of different levels of white. I'm only used to American white, the most racist white, at least in my opinion. And when I got there, I'm always on my P's and Q's. I'm not out there wilding out doing nothing silly, because in the States, you can get shot, you can get killed if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. And not by a civilian, by someone supposed to be working. And I'm not even gonna get into that, but y'all know what I'm talking about. When I was there, even the law enforcement people, I told you I tried to fly my drone, they didn't pull out no guns on me. Like they had like little tasers and some mace and stuff. No one put a pistol on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was nice. Like no one yelled at me and whatnot. They were trying to get loud telling me to put it down, but it wasn't like, hey boy, put that thing away. No one ran up on me and got in my face. I was clearly doing something wrong. and they handled it the right way. I never feared for my life. It was more of a like, oop, my bad. But if I would have did something like that in the States, if I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, I would have been fearful of my life. So that's the biggest difference. So there, I'm saying all that to say, the white people in Russia that I met, because even other Russians were telling me to be careful, because I'm not saying there's not racist people there. I'm sure there are. I didn't meet many or any, at least not to my face that I can remember. I'm sure someone might have, and that's the thing. If they said something, they said it in passing, they speak in Russian, I don't know what they're talking about, nor do I care. And if they're saying it, they're probably jealous because I'm walking with some work. But regardless, I never felt that feeling. So when I got out there, everyone was super duper, and especially I think because of that time, and they see all the stuff that's going on the news, and they know they're getting all this terrible press. I think a lot of times people were going out of their way to be nice to me, so they didn't know I was a YouTuber or a blogger, but whoever I go back to and talk to my friends back home, they didn't want to come across as monsters. They didn't want people to feel like we're all bad. Clearly there's people out there that they're not good people, but at least the ones that I came in contact with, they were super nice to me. So anyway, I don't even know how I got on that tangent, but I'm saying all that to say even my third friend, again, she was just super duper nice, and she wanted to take me, she was asking me where I went, because she was like, I don't want you to see stuff that you've already seen. She was like, have you been to Moscow City? And that's a little bit further out. So I was like, no, I hadn't been there. She's like, okay, we're gonna go. So she took me out there. Again, dope. That place was actually one of my favorite places. Now again, if you're into history and like old school, like real Russia stuff, there's different parts of the city where you can find that. Moscow City is not for that. I'm at peace with myself. I'm on some bougie light skin shit. I like that shit. I like clean, I like modern, I like that. I like tech, I'm into that. So when she took me to Moscow City, buildings shoot up in the sky, reminded me of China. I was like, sign me up. And it was dope. So we went all the way up to this like 60th, 70th floor restaurant. I think it was sushi or something fancy. You know how the girls are there. They like fancy stuff. And we ordered sisha, we had drinks. She was showing me the view and whatnot. So you can overlook and see all these other buildings they were built. Because it's kind of new. That area is not, you can tell they just built that a few years back. And they were still building a whole bunch of different buildings while I was there. Again, this is a few years ago now, so I'm sure it looks even different now than it did when I was there. But I was extremely impressed. We had a fantastic time. Later on, we ended up leaving. We went to another restaurant. That's another thing too. These were some of the few white people Russian white people can cook. Like all the food I had in Russia was banging. Every restaurant we went to was crack. Like I like meat, I like potatoes. If you're into meat and potatoes, meat and starch, yeah, Russia got it. They season their food. I like soups, so they got all of that, especially with the weather. When I was in Ukraine, that was the first time I had borscht. And I thought it was like tomato soup, and they told me it's made out of beets. And I was like, oh, okay. And I hate beets, but I like borscht. So anyway, same thing. She toured me around, she showed me around. We ended up seeing some other parts of the city that she took me to. And then, we had lunch, we had dinner, had some more drinks, hung out. And as always, I went home, read the Bible, and went to sleep. So with that being said, I just wanted to recap by saying, my first trip to Moscow was way better than expected. Cons, the only cons I would talk about is price. Especially coming from Kazan. Even when I lived in St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg is a little bit more expensive than Kazan. No, Moscow was on that. It was pricey, like America pricey. That threw me a little bit. Even my hotel, I can't remember the number. If I go back and find it, I'll try to throw it, because I spent some bread. But I was like, oh, it's my first time. I might not ever return. Let me do it up. I ended up going a couple times. I've been to Moscow now 3 or 4 times. I don't know, at least 3 times. But yeah, so that was one negative. Like everywhere you went, like it can stack up on you. Luckily, people were showing me around, and I was able to do some. The tours and stuff weren't a lot of money, but like eating, drinking. All the restaurants I went to were really nice. Again, maybe because it was the time of the year that I was there, because I've talked to other people from Russia about this, and they disagree with me on this. I was like, but when I was there, it was a lot of that, but it was traffic. Like the traffic was pretty crazy. Like if you go out during certain times of the day, again, this is one of those major big cities, you're gonna hit some traffic. But that was really it. Again, I didn't go during the winter, so the weather was fantastic. Again, I cannot stress enough how cool the people were to me, and I can only speak for myself. They were good to me. They were very, very good to me. So I didn't have any, there was no racial issues whatsoever. Crime, I didn't see any of that. And again, at that time too, because of the situation, I think people were kind of going out their way to be nice, because some people were not in a good mood. That's a whole nother video I can talk about later, especially when I got to St. Petersburg, stuff started getting spooky. But again, if you want to hear more about that, let me know. I'll make a video on that. I'm going to stop it here. I feel like I've already been rambling. But again, my goal is to just be consistent with this. I don't want to get too technical and too deep. I just want to make as many videos as I possibly can. So again, thank you guys for checking in on your boy. Please please subscribe and leave some comments. Tell me what you want to hear about, and I'll be as forthcoming and as honest as possible to let you know about my experiences. So for those that haven't seen this, please check my early video, my intro video. You can see all the different places I've been. The only thing that's different from when I made that video, because I was in St. Petersburg at that time. Now I've actually checked out Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, and now I'm back in Brazil. I haven't been in Brazil since 2008, and I'll be doing some content while I'm out here as well. So that's really it. So Happy New Year, guys. Welcome to 2026. And again, thank you for tapping in, and I'm out of here. Peace. Yo. Hey. Preach.
Bright lights in the city got me thinking about
More money.
OG told me
No money like home money.
flight out of state, 20K's night show money. Meet me face to face, we can talk and you can
Go for me.
I don't hold bridges, I go on it.
Then I shit on them. What's up, nigga?
Remember when you
Used to call me little homie. Some fresh game and you tried to backdoor a nigga.
through all the bullshit, I still love you.
You my brother,
I
nigga.
love a lot of things.
But the game the most.
Took me out the street to G4s and boats. I've been doing this song.
Brag or boast.
Nigga, 2015.
I was having the most. Now it's 2022 and I'm having some more.
I was trying to make it shake.
You were chasing a hoe.
When I touch down T, you know I'm making it slow.
Oh, man,
Make a
bro.
nigga relocate the trap to show.
I'm still at it. On and on. On and on. Tell them, dog. I'm still at it.